Okay, for my first exercise that I'm going to show you for the core exercise that we're going to go through for stabilization, strength, and power, is just going to be the plank. I love the plank. I like that it doesn't take any equipment. It's easy to do. It can be done in a small area, and it can be done by many people at the same amount of time. So it's good if I'm working with individuals or a small setting, but it's also great in some of my physical education classes that I can do with 40 kids at the same time. So the first one for the core stabilization is just going to be a regular old plank. If you have a hard gym floor, wood floor, or concrete or anything, a lot of times they're going to want some type of mat, because even when you go for a plank, like kids always complain about their elbows hurting or the forearms hurting. So we have a mat here to utilize, and we're going to be on our forearms. We're going to have our feet together, and we're going to have our head in line with our, you can say, neck. And we don't want to turtleneck down or pull that head up. We want it just nice and even with the body. And we want to really engage that core by sucking in that or pushing that navel into your diaphragm, which that's called the drawing in maneuver, as it says in our book. And again, we're just going to hold this position for, starting out for people who aren't very good. It might just be even 15 seconds. Could be 30 seconds. It could be a minute. Sometimes I like to really challenge my upper tier athletes to do it as long as they can. Sometimes we'll even have challenges in class that who can hold that position the longest. But again, having great form and really keeping that body stable is exactly what that is, and that's why it's a stabilization exercise. Moving on to the strength exercise, we're going to stay with the core or with the plank, but now we're going to be in push-up position. So I'm going to start with my hands underneath my shoulders, and on this one, to work the strength part, we're going to go knee to elbow. So again, at about a medium pace for 10 to 15 each way, we're just going to hit knee to elbow, really trying to keep that body still as much as possible, try not to sway the hips, and we're just hitting that knee to elbow. And that one would be the second progression of core or strength. And then to work the power for the plank, again, positioning of the hands is still going to be under the shoulders. This one is going to be the plank jack, where it's almost kind of like a jumping jack motion, at least with your feet. Try not to sway your hips when you do this. Again, this one would be 8 to 12 reps. It could be a little more, and then with resting of only not at all to a minute. So we're going to have our feet starting together or apart, and we're just going to really flexing that core and seeing that you try to stay stable in your hips, stable in your body. And that is the progression of our plank variations of starting off with stabilization, moving on to strength, and finishing with power.